this week?
It was good. Monday I thought was good. We were fresher, coming off the three-day break, so I thought Monday was good. We did more than we do on a typical Monday, but didn't try to overdo it with them coming back. And then we did our normal in-season Tuesday today, and guys seemed good.
Yeah, Coach, Florida starting a true freshman at quarterback in this game, and Lagway, what stood out to you about him?
What's that?
DJ Lagway starting for Florida, a true freshman. What stood out to you about him?
Well, a lot stands out. He's got great size. He's got great arm strength. He's got really good pocket mobility. He's got a great offense around him. They do a good job. They run the ball, and they set up shots off of their run. And when you're stubborn about running it, then you open yourself up to a lot of play action shots. And he throws a great deep ball. He has been very consistent with that, and he seems mature beyond his years, because it'd be different if this was his first game, but he's played quite a bit this year. He's played really well.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin had some comments yesterday voicing his complaint about not getting a 7:30 home game from someone who's gotten to host some of those over the years. What kind of impact does hosting, 7:30 prime time kickoff game have on both your program, both in season but also with recruiting as well?
Yeah, I don't see a big difference in 3:30 and 7:30 in terms of recruiting. They can come to the game either way. You can make a case the atmosphere is better at night. I get what he's saying there, but my concerns with Florida.
Yeah, Coach, I've heard you talk about quarterbacks stepping up through the smoke and being able to manage pockets. Is that an innate ability in quarterbacks, or is that something you feel like you can coach or have progress in a player?
Yeah, both. I don't know that anybody's born with it. The well-coached guys are good at it because they've been coached to do it at a young age. Some guys have never been coached to do it, and they have to learn. So I think it's a trait that you can have, and it's a trait that you can experience, and once you have success doing it, it tends to be successful, especially when you have the ability to tuck it up and run. There's always more air vertical in the pocket than there is escaping around it, unless you're just a super freak athlete and you can outrun everybody going around it.
What have Tate and Jordan Hall been able to do so far this week?
Both have ramped up in terms of reps. Tate took quite a bit yesterday. Took quite a bit. I don't know how many he took today, but I know it was more than yesterday because we had more available. But we're trying to be smart in terms of his volume. And Jordan's done more. He still has moments where it bothers him, but I thought yesterday was Jordan's best day yet, and I think that 3-day off really helped him. I have to watch today and see how he was. I don't really remember.
Yeah, Kirby, just what have you seen from Trevor, specifically in the passing game? He's had a couple games with 6 catches, I think. Just how has he developed, I guess, as a weapon in the passing game with Carson? Yeah,
he's a really good receiver. He catches the ball well out of the backfield, as most of our backs do. Nate does, Cash does. He's a really good. If you play man-to-man, he's one-on-one with the backer. If you play zone, then he can catch the ball underneath and turn it into a big gain. So, those all backs that can catch the ball in the backfield are just, that much more dangerous, because it's hard to get through the defensive lines in the SEC. It's much easier when you catch the ball past them. You get to exploit that and have some explosives, and he's a good pass catcher.
Coach talked about Tate ramping up, and of course Michael's been battling through this thing for long. What impact does that have on teammates when they see guys like that, 2 leaders, whatever you want to call them, willing to fight through to make it back like they're on?
Yeah, I think that, our players respect injuries. Almost every guy on our team has missed some practice at some point in time during their career. So they appreciate those guys giving effort to come back. I think it gives more depth and confidence to everybody when guys are back. But I just respect both of them because they tried to play hurt. In this day and age, not everybody's willing to play hurt. And Michael particularly, he's got a lot at stake, and he knows that he's not 100%, but he's been out there competing for his team and showing his toughness, and he's played pretty well.
Kind of sticking along those same lines, Branson and Smile, how are they doing their recovery, and are they close to maybe getting back out there and being able to practice?
Again, I don't know what timeline on either one of those guys. So when you say closer, I mean, they're closer because they're closer than they were yesterday. But I don't know how close they are. I don't know what it looks like for them in terms of when they're able to come back.
Another question?
Coach, are you playing hurt right now? Sounds like you're.
I just got a cough. I can't figure it out. I hadn't been able to beat it since Texas. I mean, ever since we got back, I feel fine. I mean, I got a little throat deal. I've been coughing bad and had been able to get rid of it, but I don't feel bad. I just can't get over this cough.
Kirby, not sure if Trevor Eakin was on your radar out of high school, but how well have you gotten to know his family as a portal transfer? Is that hard to do?
Yeah, I would definitely say it's harder to do than a high school recruit. We don't always. I mean, we meet the family when they come on visits and talk to them. I've got to meet his mom, and communicate with her. And she's a great lady. He's a great kid, but it's so different when they're older, and a lot of them are making the decision for different reasons. Like it's a move and I'm not saying his specifically, but several of the people we've taken, it's like it's a 1-year deal, it's a 2-year deal, it's looking for a change, it's whatever. But he's been great. He's been awesome. But I have not, I didn't get to go recruit him, sit in his house, have the the sophomore, junior, senior year relationship and all those kind of things. But you also get more valid information about people usually because you call the place that he's leaving, and to be honest with you, most coaches will shoot you straight. They'll tell you. Just like when the people call us about kids and ask, we're going to tell them the truth. What was their class attendance? What was their practice habits? What kind of kid are they?
Yeah, what have you seen out of KJ Bolden these last couple of weeks, and how big is this bye week? It always sort of falls this time of year for freshmen in terms of getting them further up to speed and getting them further reps in practice.
Yeah, KJ's been great. He's been really confident in his checks. He's extremely smart for a guy's age. He had no real issues picking up our defense. And that comes from his high school background and really from his just instinctiveness and intelligence. He's a very bright kid. He communicates really well. He's got a lot of confidence in the defense. He's got confidence in his ball skills. So it's been about physicality with him and maintaining his weight. We've really tried hard to keep his weight up because this is a long grind that he's not used to. And but I'm pleased with what KJ's done to this point. I mean, what he continues, all our freshmen, they used last week to get more reps and gain more ground.
I think to kind of follow up on that, I know you said yesterday, last week was to get a lot of freshman reps. How much does a second bye week help versus one? How much does it help, I guess, freshmen get farther along having a second bye week?
Yeah, I don't look at last week as it was a freshman deal. It was a total team. Like we worked our entire team, and that's more than freshmen. I mean, we worked everybody. Now, some of our older players took less live reps, but they did a lot more drill work, drill specific things. But last week was a total team improvement goal. But the 2 bye weeks, I feel like this year we've had more injuries than we've ever had. I mean, we're dealing with it right now more than we've ever had. I don't know if that's a fact. I don't know if I just feel like with the 2 starters we've missed on the line, how beat up we're on the O-line, the D-line, how it was the start of the year, it's really been we just had more lost time starters. The 2 bye weeks has helped a little bit with that because the schedule's been just tough, just brutal, and it's not getting any easier. So, you need to have less depth, more injuries. The 2 bye weeks has to help. So.
Yeah, one more injury guy, Joseph Jonah Johnny did make the trip with you guys to Texas.
Yeah, Joseph had to deal with a surgery that's going to put him out for the rest of the year. He's going to be out the rest of the year. He's dealing with a lower extremity injury that's he's not going to be with us, but he's already had the surgery. He had it before we went to, I guess he had the surgery after, but he didn't get to go to Texas because of the injury.
Kirby, in general, the run game, do you feel like there was a lot of positive momentum coming out of Texas, and how do you feel about it in general and its effectiveness at this point?
Well, it depends on who I'm playing. So I'll tell you about the first quarter, how I feel about the run game. because it's you know, I mean, everybody wants to, it's like the pass game. It's relative to who you're going against, and it's relative to how they're playing you. And, you know, not everybody's played us the same, and not everybody has the same X's and O's up there. You know, like, we don't really change our run game to game, right? We have different window dressings. Nobody does. You can't put new runs in, so you don't invent runs. You take the runs you've worked on all year round, and you say, okay, how do these work against these fronts? And in some cases, they've worked really well. You know, we've had a different lineup at two positions, and really kind of a merry-go-round of guys playing up there. So there hasn't been great continuity. I don't think that's really affected us. I think it's been, you know, Trevor getting used to being in there, getting Nate warm, had Branson, lost Branson, had Jared, lost Jared, had Tate, lost Tate, and it's just, you know, it's been a bunch of different people. But I'm very confident in our run game and our ability to run the ball, because people have to honor our ability to throw the ball. And that's one of the things we do well, so they complement each other.
Any more questions for Coach? All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks.